Welcome to Broken Silence. I'm Sanyya Gardez. Christmas is around the corner. Christmas trees are up, presents are being wrapped as we speak. But things have changed in the last couple of decades. A couple of decades ago, non-Asian Christians living in the UK might have celebrated Christmas with a nice biryani, kebabs, and maybe even a chicken curry. But now, Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs celebrate Christmas, sometimes with even more zest, excitement, and vigor than our own religious holidays. But do we really know the meaning behind Christmas, or are we only in it for the gifts? Joining me on the panel today is retired pastor Gardez from Bedford Seventh-day Adventist Church, and Eric Massey, an Asian Christian living in the UK. Let's start with the religious significance behind Christmas.
Over 2,000 years ago, back in the little town of Bethlehem, in province of Jerusalem, the greatest extraordinary event was to occur. The event was the birth of a Redeemer of this world, who was going to be born to save the world. And because of that, the Christians, that particular time, the Christians celebrate because God gave a gift to humankind as his son. Mm-hmm. So it was a celebration
of the birth of Christ. Okay, Pastor.
See, several centuries before, it was predicted that Christ will be born in the town of Bethlehem in the city of David. Mm-hmm. And that was fulfilled more than 2,000 years ago. And it has brought a real message of love, joy, hope, and redemption. Now in this, what it means to a Christian or a believer in Christ, it means that God has revealed his greatest gift of love through his son, Christ, who would sacrifice himself on behalf of the sinners for this sinful world, And also, he brought hope of redemption and salvation from sin. He also brought to the sinful nation and to the world a message of peace. Because in the Old Testament of the Bible, the prophet Isaiah says, the Prince of Peace will be born, and he will be born of a virgin. And the place of his birth and his birth was predicted, several centuries before. And according to that, it was fulfilled. The Christian celebrate the anniversary of the birth of Jesus Christ, and its observance is celebrated by most of the Protestants and the Catholic on December 25.
Right, okay.
Most of them, not all,
Well, when do the rest of the people, when you say most of the people celebrate it on December 25th, when else would it be celebrated?
Well, some of the Eastern European countries, the Orthodox Christians, they celebrate in beginning of January, 6th of January, around that kind of period. There's several reasons, why. See, really, in reality, the exact date, nobody knows the exact date of birth of Christ. It was, Pastor?
The record was destroyed,
Okay.
When Jerusalem was destroyed in AD 70.
Right.
And everything was destroyed. And probably there is a purpose, that why God has not kept that record,
So it was just December 25th is an agreed upon date that, so most Christians celebrate Christmas on December 25th.
Yeah, they have agreed, most of the
Right,
Christians,
okay.
They believe that, so they agreed to celebrate this.
Right, okay.
The point is this, it is not a matter of which day he was born, but he was born in this world.
It's a celebration, so it's not necessarily, the date isn't as important as a celebration of his birth and his life. How do Indian Christians or Asian Christians celebrate the holiday traditionally?
Well, going back now, when we were in India, Christmas was celebrated totally different. Christmas was more celebrated, like the Christians would be preparing themselves for the holy month by, like I remember my fathers, my uncles, on the beginning of December, they would, in the evenings, they would get on their bicycles and they go around different towns singing carol songs in the evening. They would get together, there'd be a lot of prayer and meditation. There'd be a lot of eating food together.
Yeah.
So it was like getting families together.
What kinds of foods would be eaten traditionally in India?
I mean, in India is the traditional food, but around Christmas period, a lot of fruit and sweet was introduced. Basically,
So no turkey?
No. Unfortunately, there was no turkeys in India.
A nice roast chicken then, huh?
Maybe nice biryani and a curry.
Oh, biryani and a curry. I like that.
Yeah, but basically there was a lot of fruit. That it was a season of giving.
Yeah.
So you would bring a lot of fruit and cakes and biscuits around the house, and then as people came around to sing carol sing, you would then give them as a gift.
What's the significance of carol singing? I mean, is that rooted in religion?
Carol singing is also connected with the religious ceremony.
Okay.
Carol singing means praising God by singing religious songs.
Okay.
It is just a worshipping God, The meaning of Christmas, actually, first we must define the term, what is the Christmas? Christmas is comprised of two words, Christ and Mass.
Right.
Mass means is a festival. It is the festival of Christ. Now, it is not only limited or confined to the Christian to celebrate, but today we find that almost believers and non-believers, they celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ around the world.
Well, see, now that brings me back to the point of this program, that, Asians who aren't Christian, Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs, Buddhists, celebrate Christmas without actually knowing the religious significance behind the holiday. Are we just more interested in because it's a celebration, we're getting gifts because it looks pretty, or are we really doing it because of peace and harmony and joy?
Well, to be honest with you, I wouldn't just hold it to that. I mean, I think just the world in general nowadays don't really know the real meaning of Christmas. To a lot of people, it's just a holiday and just a booze up and eat a lot of turkey and, and party. Which is not bad, because in a way there's a benefit to that, because it does bring families together. You mostly notice, around Christmas period, all the families, where they're, like whatever religion, whether they're Sikh, Hindu, Muslim, because everybody has a festive holiday, the families do get together. So it's a benefit in that way, that that it brings a family spirit together.
Pastor, do you think that, in your experience over the years, have people lost the true meaning of Christmas and it's just become more of a commercial holiday?
Yes. See, the meaning of Christmas has been perverted. It's changed, People believe and celebrate Christmas. It's a good thing. But celebrating something or some festival is a good thing. But to know the meaning and understanding it and accepting it is another.
That's right. That's right.
Can I just say, how does that make you feel, with people who celebrate Christmas but don't actually celebrate it for the true meaning? Like you say, it does bring people together, but obviously they're missing a significant part of the celebration. Does that sort of upset you in any way, or does that just make you feel a bit disheartened?
Obviously, it disheartens you when you see people out there partying and boozing and eating and not actually realizing the real. See, like I said before, the reason that in India, when our forefathers went out to do